This is Morus nigra. It comes under different names, and today we're going to talk about three of them. We have three different varieties of Morus nigra here. We have Noir de Spain, we have Persian, and we have Black Beauty. I bought them at different nurseries and from different places. And we're going to talk about how incredibly good they are. And we're also going to talk about, is there a difference between Morus nigra varieties? So here's our varieties. This is Noir de Spain. It's about 4 or 5 feet tall. Morus nigra trees do grow slowly, but they do grow consistently. And here we have Persian mulberry, and here we have Black Beauty mulberry. I've purchased these all from nurseries as trees. I didn't graft them, but I did graft one this year, and they do not root. You can try. I've heard people, I've heard myths of people being able to root these. I'm happy for them, but I've never been able to do that. So I would never recommend you attempt to root cuttings from a Morus nigra. I just plucked these, a couple from each tree, and they're indistinguishable. The timing of the harvest, the leaf size, the leaf shape, the growth rate, they're all identical. So, and I've read this before somewhere that says Morus nigra, regardless of the name, they're all the same. They're all genetically identical. They're the same. We keep them. We always keep our trees to be the original name. We don't kind of combine them back. But I think if you were to get one of these cuttings from us, that's all you would really need, because I don't see any difference between them. So let's take a taste. This one looks pretty ripe here. And that tastes fantastic. It's almost like wine, like a fruit juice. It's really good. It's really sweet. I just can't get enough of these. I saw a video one time where this nice guy had posted, he posted on our YouTube channel, and I went out to his YouTube channel, and they had a huge Morus nigra, clearly Morus nigra because of the fruit shape, but also the leaves looked identical, but it was enormous. And and for some reason, the fruit gets larger as the tree gets larger. So, oh, fantastic. But I got to tell you, it doesn't taste like any other mulberry. It is really something special. And so if you have one of these in your garden, I think your friends and neighbors will become your best friend. I put up some insect netting. I did have kind of regular, larger, gapped bird netting. And I got a couple of ripe mulberries, but then I would come back out and there weren't any ripe mulberries. They were all red. And I realized, well, I tied it together because I had a swarm of yellow jackets totally attack one of my cherry trees and strip the cherries cleanly. And what they had done is they'd also discovered this mulberry. And now that I've taken the netting off, you can see they're back. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to cover back up the mulberries in hopes that we'll be able to harvest some more. But when I realized it was yellow jackets destroying the cherries on I think it was Hudson cherry. I realized, like, oh, they're getting to these mulberries too. So then I swapped out my bird netting with insect netting, and that worked. And a few days later, I started getting ripe mulberries again. But it is an endless battle, arms race with Mother Nature. The only nice thing about this is that it's easy to identify good fruit, because if the animal kingdom loves it, then your friends and neighbors and customers are gonna love it too. That's Morus nigra. Highly recommend it. It's different than any other mulberry that you've had. It's slow growing, but boy, it's worth it just for that blast of the explosion of flavor in your mouth when you get a ripe one. All right, thanks for joining me, and everybody have a great rest of your summer.